Are you living your passion? What is your passion? Welcome to the Luxe Life Discovered podcast, where we talk with people who are living a lifestyle that reflects their passion, because we believe everyone should enjoy living their best life, their Luxe life.
Hello and welcome back to another edition of Luxe Life Discovered. I'm with my co-host Shannon Richmond.
Thank you for having me again.
It's been a great morning.
It sure has.
Our guests, and then we're going to end on a very high note because we have a great guest with us today, Maddison Mokdary, and she is with Mission BBQ. And Maddison and I met recently. They were part of our bridal show that we did, but when I met with Maddison the first day, her energy is infectious, and she's just always smiling like she is now. So welcome.
Thank you. Yes, you were like, I want you to be on a podcast. I was like, okay, we'll see how.
So tell me how you ended up in Panama City Beach. Are you from here originally?
No, I'm not. I'm from West Palm Beach.
Okay.
I was moving around with the company I was with before. After Michael, we opened up a new store here. And then, a couple of years, I was only supposed to be here for a year. I loved it so much. I was like, I'm not leaving.
Right.
We hear that story a lot.
Yeah.
People are so nice. It's actually insane. It takes you back for how great the community is here.
Aww.
Yeah. Well, good. So Mission BBQ, tell us a little about the mission and the statement and the concept behind Mission BBQ.
Yeah. So we want to be the first responders to the first responders. We saw that with the fires that just happened. Right. Immediately, we were out there feeding 200 first responders a day.
Oh, that's so nice.
And really, it just is about taking care of our community, taking care of the people that take care of us in any way. So our military, veterans, first responders, that's what we want to show our full support to.
Right.
So they do something really special at lunchtime, isn't it?
Yeah. So
have you heard it?
No.
Well, let's let Maddison tell us.
All right.
At 12 o'clock every day, even if you don't know, and it's going to happen, we play the national anthem. Everyone stands up like it would on a base.
Right.
It's really nice. People really enjoy it. You see people cry. The energy, everyone's in there for lunch, and then all of a sudden everything stops. And you take that time to appreciate our country and what the people come
every day at lunchtime, at noon, right?
Yep.
I was there one time and I wasn't expecting it. And you just look around and you just see all of these people just taking in the time just to be grateful. It's awesome.
It is.
It's a great touch.
It's really great. It catches you off guard sometimes when you're working,
Right.
Then it's like, oh man, it's starting right now. But it's really important that we do it, and I really love that we do it. I
think that may be the only company I know that does that.
I've never heard of it before.
I didn't know that. So, interesting. I learned something new already
there you go.
today. Yeah.
So come on in at 12 o'clock.
I know. I'm going to have to, because that sounds great, because I think that's something that's definitely needed, and it's great. They have you seen their food truck?
I have.
My baby. She just came out of the shop actually yesterday.
Oh, really? What was
She was getting an oil change. I have AC now. We're really
no way.
Yeah, we're really moving up. Yeah.
All right. So how many can you feed out of the food truck?
We've done FAMU's homecoming. That's about 3,000 people. So we'll get two of our trucks. Pretty much any amount. We might need to bring a second one if we're doing a bunch of ribs or something like that. But it's all fresh. We cut it right there on site. We don't have a freezer in any of our facilities. So we get trucks with fresh produce. We handcraft everything. And we pull the pork on site. We cut the brisket on site. And that's what really I love about our company is I'm selling quality food all of the time.
So no freezers. Wow.
No, we pull it right out of the smoker and bring it to your event.
Wow.
Well, good. So, all right, how difficult is it to do the mobile setups? Is it difficult to do? I mean...
Nah, I got down to the science. It's so funny. We were actually talking about this. My first wedding compared to the weddings we do now, I had a checklist. I'm freaking out for 3 days. I'm I got to make sure I have it. Now it's okay, we got this. It's already in the truck. We're ready to go.
And that's the thing about it. They have the restaurant in Panama City, and you're opening soon.
In Pensacola, we have one in Tallahassee. We have about 110.
Okay.
Wow. We're hoping to expand over 200 in the growing years. Yeah. What I really love about this company is during COVID, we didn't lay off a single person.
That's
Wow.
great.
So
Yeah.
they kept everyone working. The investors behind it were saying, like, you got to lay off people, you got to close stores. And they were like, nope, we'd rather, that's not standing by, taking care of our people.
Wow.
Are the investors or owners, are they military, ex-military?
There's one of their sons are.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything that isn't right,
Right,
yeah. But they're really
Scratch
great.
that. No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
take it off the record. But they're really great and they're really passionate about it. And it really, like, I was a military history major. But until you're there taking care of the people who work every day for this country, you can't compare it to anything else. It's so rewarding.
Right. So like I said, you have your restaurant in Panama City, you've got the food trucks, and in addition to Pensacola, is there one coming in Destin too, or is that?
So, we're, like, with catering, we can go anywhere,
Right.
kind of like 2 hours away. So we're probably going to divide that between the Pensacola and Panama City store.
I got you.
I would like a catering facility there, but we'll work on
Well,
it.
and that's the thing I was going to touch on too, is that catering. They not only cater like the barbecue and everything, and they can do that for weddings, receptions, events,
Yeah,
grand
it's
openings,
not just
everything.
barbecue.
But then they have,
Oh.
can we talk about the black tie?
Yeah, I would love to talk
All
about
right.
the black tie
I have a
menu.
black tie option for higher end
Yeah.
events. So tell us about that.
So our black tie menu offers selections of, like, I make charcuterie boards. I can make a bunch of displays. We do, like, shrimp and grits, Smoky Mountain meatballs. We had prime rib for a while. You can do smoked prime rib if you wanted to. Salmon, anything really. And it's just exciting to, when you look, first when they were like, okay, you're going to cater barbecue. I was like, okay. So I'm going to be in, like, people's backyards. Like, we'll see how this goes. But what we do, I'm honestly shocked every day. I'm like, this is amazing. I love it.
And then their setup at the bridal show was very impressive. And your team that was with you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just top notch all the way.
But
So, yeah.
if people are proud of what they do, they want to work. They want to do these things. So it makes it really easy to get excited people who want to decorate.
Right.
Yeah.
They kind of, like, push me aside. They're like, we got this. We're going to decorate. I was like, okay, like, I'll just carry everything. I don't.
Hey, I'll just do the work.
Yeah, I'll just do the work. You guys decorate. It's great. I'd rather do that. But yeah, they did a great job. Mission BBQ set up for the wedding expos. They're standard, but, you put your little flair on it.
Right.
Actually, our regional built our whole display, basically.
Okay.
Like, from
Wow.
scratch, built the wood, blocks, all that fun stuff.
Well, it was beautiful. So
Yeah.
definitely. And we hope you'll be back next spring.
Oh,
So,
yeah. I think we already signed up.
I think you did too. Yeah. So we're glad about that. Yeah. So, what do you see the biggest, I don't know if biggest challenge for this area is, or have you seen anything that's a challenge for, like, your mission and what you want to accomplish here?
Truly, I think it's building more event facilities here, where people come to have their events in Panama
We were just
City.
talking about
Right,
that earlier
right.
this morning.
I
Yeah.
wish we had a convention center.
Well, they are building one, if I'm not mistaken, in Panama City.
Oh, in Panama City? Are they? Good. Well, there's one needed at both places for sure.
Everywhere,
The beach,
absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, people
Yeah.
come here for events.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a
And-
great place.
Yeah, and there's always a need, and the interest is there, and so that would be great.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, so you came from West Palm with Mission BBQ or another company?
Different company.
Different company.
Well, I
and
went
then-
to school at Florida State, so I moved my way up to Tallahassee, and then I moved back down to South Florida. Then they moved me back up to the Panhandle. So I traveled around, and then I worked with my regional director previously at my previous company. He's been trying to get me to come over to Mission for a very long time, and I was like, I don't know. He's like, you're gonna love it. It's everything you want. And I was like, perfect. So I finally made that step, and I'm just happy.
Haven't looked back yet.
Nope,
All
not
good.
right. That's
That's
awesome.
good. So you're involved with the Panama City Beach Chamber.
Yes.
And we're glad to have you a part of that.
Absolutely.
member. So, yeah. And so,
She's even becoming an ambassador.
well, that the ambassador program is so good at what they do, and I, I'll give a little plug to the chamber while we're here, but it's the most important decision I made in Panama City Beach to be a member of the Panama City Beach Chamber, because it opens up doors. The networking is huge. Just like we were talking before we started the podcast, networking with other businesses, even if they're similar businesses, because if you're not confident in what you bring to the table, it's going to show, and so it's, and then when you can network and share ideas and stuff, it just motivates you and pushes you to be better, I think. So,
yeah, absolutely. I love the chamber. I think that it's important to be involved with for your business.
True.
It opens so many doorways and networking opportunities. Yes, you have to put in a little bit of time, but the benefit that you gain from it is just immense.
Right. And that's one of those things too. You can put in as much time as you want or as little, but the more you invest, the more the return's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So when people are like, "Oh, your office is on the beach," I go, "No, we're Bay County and beyond." He being the beyond. So you live in where?
In Kentucky.
Right.
Yeah.
And you come here more than I see a lot of people, and he's always networking, and is that how you met Maddison?
I did and then planning for the bridal show. Yeah.
I think it's great how everybody just works together and makes sure we're always helping each other, and whatever anybody needs, we have the answer somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the chamber, you can find someone who has the things that you need to produce whatever you're trying to produce.
Right.
100%.
And if you can't find it, text Shannon. She'll give
She'll
you.
find it.
I'll find it for you.
She'll get you a list of about 20 people, and you're like, okay, I got your point. No,
Yeah. And with event planning, most people, what we see is people don't know that the event's happening until later on. The chamber does a great job sending out a newsletter, knowing exactly what's going on in your community.
Yeah.
And updating for business-wise, too. So it's amazing.
Good.
This episode of Luxe Life Discovered is brought to you in part by Steiner Event Group. Steiner Event Group is a national event planner that produces results for their clients. They offer event and wedding planning on any scale, hosting bridal shows, scouting talented models, and producing riveting concept photo shoots to help their clients expand their brands, products, and services. Whether you're a business professional aiming to take your brand to the next level, planning a corporate or private event, a bride seeking to have the wedding of your dreams, or a model ready to be discovered, Steiner Event Group is ready for you.
So what do you, where do you see yourself with your company even a year from now?
Well, funny you say that, because I just had a talk with my, and he was like, you need to train someone to take over your operations, and he's like, you need to be
And
selling.
you're like, where am I going?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really know yet. So as we grow and expand, a bunch of opportunities have opened up with catering events with Mission BBQ. It produces about 40% of the whole of the company.
Wow.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we have a huge catering complex that do millions of dollars up north. And that is where kind of the business is expanding while keeping in-store preserved and doing what we need to do. So hopefully I'll be a regional director of the Panhandle. That's probably
That way you can take care of the Pensacola area, Panama City area.
Wow.
And the future edition.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tallahassee, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I can have some wide-eyed, bushy-tailed little catering manager, and I'm like, no, you're doing that wrong. Where are your
Keep
reports?
everybody in line.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
forget what you're doing. Yeah. That's exciting, because that's one of those things that, you think of barbecue typically, and you think of barbecue.
Yeah.
It's like backyard, like you said.
Yeah.
You're going to cater somebody's event in the backyard.
Well, I
It's
worked
whole
at a
different
steakhouse
ballgame.
before. I didn't know nothing. I'm also my family's from New Jersey. I'm from West Palm Beach. I never had collard greens before I started working at Mission BBQ or brisket. It has
Really?
been
So, yeah.
mind-boggling. Like, everyone should know about this. What have we been doing?
You like the collard greens?
Not really, but
They're good.
they're good.
Yeah.
They're good. They were shocking. They were like, oh, collard greens. I was like,
Yeah.
I've never had those.
wow.
They're really good.
Welcome to the South.
Yeah.
I'm still getting my acquired taste. I'm still a green bean.
There's some things you want to acquire. My wife is a Southern girl, so
Yeah.
like the cornbread and buttermilk stuff.
Buttermilk cornbread?
No, it's cornbread and a glass of buttermilk, and you put it all in there together.
I don't think that's.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
It's a thing.
It's a thing?
It's a thing. But
We'll have to
my
Google it later.
mother used to do it, but I have never been able to do the buttermilk. I can do the cornbread, but don't put them together.
No.
Yeah.
I've never had a cobbler before I worked
No
at Mission
way.
BBQ. Blew my mind.
Which is your favorite, peach or
I
apple?
like the blueberry.
The blueberry. Okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
And so
Isn't
do you
that
guys
amazing?
make those all in-house as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So everything, again, freshly made.
No freezer. I think
I
that's
know.
I
never
love it.
thought about that.
So the main goal, which is why I love this company, is over time you see companies expand. They're trying to cut costs, and that devalues quality and all of that. The way our kitchens and everything is set up, you can't do that. You can't put more things on the menu. You can't, from operational standpoint, it just wouldn't fit on our
Right.
working lines. You can't go to freezer, fresh cut fries, we fresh cut our fries. And they are trying to make something that lasts, not something that just comes and goes.
That's nice.
So how do you feel your customers? How can you tell they appreciate that?
I had to do a speech at a wedding. Actually,
Really?
recently, yeah. Someone was like,
What?
"Can you talk about Mission BBQ for
At a
our
wedding?
speeches?" Yeah. It was the cool. I mean, I was like, "Yeah, sure, I guess." I have like brisket all over me. I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "Hey, everyone, I don't know. I'm Maddison. I work at Mission BBQ."
Glad you came to their wedding. I'm going to talk to you about barbecue now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But our community and people who love our brand, because they see what we do. Lynn Haven Police, we donated all of our cup sales for a whole month to them. Global War on Terrorism Memorial, we did over $1 million as a company to contribute to that memorial in Washington, D.C. So
Interesting. Yeah.
it's just the contribution that we can make and take care of our people, they really see it. And they come back and support it. Because every time you choose to get our barbecue, you're also like feeding a firefighter, you're feeding a cop.
Wow.
Yeah. When you think of it that perspective, of course, and the food is good. That's the other part
Oh,
too.
yeah.
It's not, it's great. So it's not like, okay, we're doing good things here, but food quality is not so good. Perfect. So yeah. So that's huge. So when someone comes in and buys a barbecue or a plate or whatever, so a percentage of that goes to feeding law enforcement or firemen, or how does?
So how it works is we have donation budgets that we have to use. We're supposed to do 2 food drops a week we have a community ambassador, which is something that most companies don't have. Right. Their whole job is to make sure our military, our first responders, our relationships are great and we're taking care of them. And if something happens in their unit, we take care of them. We make sure that we are there. And we have a whole position that we dedicate to that.
Yeah.
Which, again, what company?
I was going to say, I've never heard of that either. So, yeah.
It's amazing. And that's what I was sold on when he was like, "Oh, we have a community ambassador." I was like, "Can I be the community ambassador?" He was like, "No."
You are, but you're not.
Yeah,
officially,
exactly. Yeah. I'm like the side community ambassador, but she does a great job. It's actually our GM's wife, and she does a great job of going out into the community. And
That's so nice.
Yeah. Keep it a family thing too, with the GM and his wife. So that's
which was weird to me because I came from a corporate setting where you don't have any family that's allowed to work with you in your store, and I was like, "That's your wife? That's crazy."
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What's she doing here?
Yeah, what's she doing here? Yeah.
Wow. Well, okay, so I've learned a lot I didn't know about the national anthem at noon.
I guess I know where I need to bring them to lunch one
I know
day.
it.
I got some
know it.
sandwich
Yeah.
cards.
Okay. All right.
So when
No.
you're not at Mission BBQ, what are you doing? What's your fun time?
Well, I talk about Mission BBQ.
Okay.
And then I play pool.
A
Oh,
pool shark.
Yes.
okay.
And we'll get to something else in a minute too, but how did you get in a pool? Like a pool shark? I can't
Pool
think of anything
shark.
else to say. Yeah.
Well, I moved around a lot. When I moved here, I didn't know anyone.
Were you military?
No, I was.
No?
They were like, "This store needs help," and I'm like, "Great, I'll go." So I was kind of traveling around Florida, and I came to Panama City, and one of the girls who worked with me realized that I just go to work, stay for as long as I can, and then go home to my cats.
So she thought you needed a life.
And she was like, "You don't have any friends here, do you?" And I was like, "Way to bring it up." Like,
Hey, thanks.
yeah, like, thanks. Like, you want to make an announcement? Like, talk about this? So she was like, "You should join my pool team." And I was like, okay. So I did, and I've been playing for 3 years now.
Wow.
And you're good?
I try to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
We're actually making a women's brand for pool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what me and my friend is working.
What do you mean a women's brand? What?
So there's a really big gap in like an industry like that. When you go to look for quality pool cues for women, they're just like flowers on them. They have nothing to do with
The performance.
Yeah,
of
the
it.
performance of it. I'm like, okay,
But they
cool.
put a flower on it and called it a girl.
Yeah, they're like, it's a girl's stick. So that's what we want to kind of like counteract.
Well, that's pretty
Oh,
neat.
that's
yeah.
neat.
And who knew when you didn't have friends that was
Yeah,
even a
exactly. Now that I
possibility?
have friends, really changed my life over here.
Okay,
That's
and
great.
then we were talking earlier, you also like putt-putt.
Yeah, I have. I've been playing golf since I was like 5 years old. My father heard that you can get scholarships for girls playing golf. My sister actually teaches golf for a living. She ended up, I was chasing butterflies on the course. She was actually
taking it serious.
yeah. And now looking back, I definitely was like, I definitely should have played some more golf. She's going to Kiowa Island,
Oh, wow.
East Hampton.
Yeah.
She's going to Pebble Beach, everything.
But up here, you've challenged Jason, our producer, to
A duel,
yeah.
yes.
A putt-putt duel.
A putt-putt duel.
Well,
All
we
right.
want to see that later today. We're going to make sure
Okay.
that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring my cleats or my golf shoes.
I'm kind of scared now.
Well, you should be. You should be scared. So what do you are you able to enjoy the beach here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to take one day where it's like me and my dog, and we just go to the beach.
That's good.
Oh,
We hang out.
nice.
Because she does work all the time.
Yeah.
And just from messaging back and forth, and it's odd times. I'll send a message sometime that's like, I think, well, she'll get it tomorrow when she gets to work or something. And then all of a sudden I get a reply, and I'm like, why? That type of thing. Yeah. So,
Well, I get home, and then if I get a message, I'm going to just respond to it.
no, that's good. Yeah. I sent one yesterday morning. It was this morning, like at 6 a.m., thinking that way they'll have it when they get to work. And like 15 minutes later, he replied, and I'm just like,
Uh-oh.
first of all, this is not my normal. But it must be his normal. So yeah, because usually I'm not.
Schedule to text has changed my life because I'll think of something at like 12 o'clock at night,
That's what I should.
and then
do,
I type it
schedule.
out, schedule it so I don't look like a crazy person. Like,
Rick, did you hear
Right,
that?
I know.
yeah, what were you doing at 12 o'clock thinking about your brisket?
But it's amazing how things stay on our mind, and we just can't.
Well, when you're passionate about what you're doing, it's not so much work.
Yeah.
Correct.
I love what I do. I'll talk about Mission BBQ to anyone at any time because I believe in it.
Yeah. So where does your passion come from?
I really wanted to work for somewhere where I felt like I was making a difference.
Right.
In event industries, food service industries, any kind of hospitality, it's really easy to get caught in why am I doing this? I'm exhausted, but if you don't have something that gives you purpose, like again,
Challenges you.
yeah, feeding a veteran who lost their home, like while they rebuild it, anything like that just gives you purpose and gives you meaning.
This episode of Luxe Life Discovered is brought to you in part by Orville's Men's Store. Thank you, Orville's Men's Store, for supplying the men's clothing for today's podcast. For the absolute best in casual and dress wear for men, visit orvillesms.com. That's
I'm just taking it all in because there's so many aspects to what you do that is so much more than Mission BBQ. I mean, it is Mission BBQ, but it's not just like serving barbecue.
Yeah.
And you don't really think about that because we, and especially with the fires here lately, you get in all of the military in the area and the law enforcement, everybody. What a perfect place to put into practice what you're preaching, and that's the other thing too. You're putting it into practice. You're not just talking about it. You're doing it.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I think really makes us stand alone. We don't do any monetary marketing with our company. They do everything grassroots. So that's why we have the community ambassador or people like me that go out and talk about our brand because they want to they don't want to build it through coupons on a commercial. They want to build it through people and people getting behind us.
That's a neat concept.
That is.
And the more personal you have the connections, the more solid it's going to be.
We write handwritten notes to people. We do all that fun stuff. But my handwriting's terrible, so I make someone else do
Mine is too.
it.
If I write it, they're like, what the heck does this mean? It's like,
Who sent me this letter?
is this like code for something? Or, is this girl?
I had to learn how to use the mail service. It was a lot for me.
Good thing you have friends.
Yeah. No, I just walked in. I was like, what are stamps?
That's great. Well, I need to get a handwritten thank you note then.
I'll write it for you right now if you
I'm
want.
just kidding. In fact, when I leave a note for my wife, she gets so mad at me because she'll call me and she's like, what in the world does this mean? And then she'll read part of it. I'm like, I'll fill it in. And she goes, that's what that word is? How would I know that? But I'm the worst writer ever.
Yeah,
so.
me too.
But that's so nice when somebody gets a handwritten. I mean, anybody can put a card in the mail with the little label on it, but to get something handwritten is just really
somebody
nice.
took the time,
Yeah, I love
they
that.
can write.
We do.
It's-
We do that at our chambers. We write handwritten. I just think it's just a little nice
It is.
touch.
I don't think I've ever gotten anything.
Have you done anything nice for me? I'm just kidding.
No,
Yeah, maybe you
I'll
should
do
think
that.
about why you're not getting these notes as opposed to if it's us or you.
Yeah. Okay, that didn't go where I wanted to. Yeah.
Scratch that.
Right. No, you did send me one because of a referral.
That's
And,
right.
Yeah,
And you might even got a goodie in it.
I did.
Oh, see?
I did. A little goodie, a little charm. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But we have schedules for Valentine's Day. We made red velvet cake, took them to our vendors, like Rosie Creek Farm, took her a red velvet cake, made her day.
That you made from scratch in the store.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I did go get the cream cheese frosting. Don't tell anyone.
No.
I wasn't supposed to, but I was like, oh man, this is gonna. I don't know how to make cream cheese frosting.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know.
You made it with love anyway.
I
That's
know.
true.
I poured it all.
Well, that's nice, and those vendors appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I think about what I see in businesses now when I'm just an innocent bystander walking around. And you're really taken back when you're even slightly taken care of. So going that extra mile is just
Right.
great.
Yep.
Really builds that personal connection.
True, and that's something we don't see a lot of anymore. It's like we get too automated, too impersonal. So it's nice to have that personal touch. People appreciate that.
Yeah,
So,
you like to walk in somewhere that you go to every week and them know your name.
yeah.
Then be excited to see you.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
Cheers.
Ooh, where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember Cheers?
No.
She's
No,
too-
I knew you were going to say that. I was like,
But I was going to nod and be like, yeah, absolutely.
and be polite. And then when he'd
appreciate
asked you
that.
about Norm, you'd have been like, what?
Norm, right. And thank you for not making us feel so
Yeah, of
old.
course.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Cheers was a television program where it's based around a bar in, was it Boston?
Yes.
Yeah. And Sam was the bartender and Norm was with the regular.
He had his own bar stool.
Yeah. And the song was Come to Cheers where everybody knows your name.
I
So,
like it.
Google it sometime. Goodness.
I think it's on Netflix, I saw. I was like, man, that looks old. I'm not gonna.
See, we didn't have friends either. We had Norm and Sam. So,
Yeah, we did.
Oh my goodness.
okay, dog on the beach,
Yes.
putt-putt, golf. Putt-putt and pool.
Yes.
What else is your interest?
How much time do you think I have on my?
Isn't that is that not enough? Yeah, friends.
I heard
yeah.
her mention cats.
I have. So I have 4 cats and
wow.
1 dog
Okay.
and 1 boyfriend. So my house definitely has a lot of time to clean that. So I do that on my free time.
After the boyfriend or the animals?
All of the above.
All the above.
Yeah.
Rick, you know better.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the craziest
Just giving
thing.
her a hard time.
He was like trying to put away clothes and he was like, I didn't know where to put them. And I was like, that's just like a cop out. But he really didn't. He had his clothes on my side of the closet. Like, what made you
How
think?
dare?
Well, how do you
yeah.
think that was okay?
Exactly. Like, why would you be like, this is where this goes?
Right. Exactly.
Women. Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been that way forever.
Yeah, she didn't just change it overnight.
Has he been looking for his clothes on my side this whole time? Like,
wearing your clothes?
yeah, like I don't know what.
Honey, these pants don't feel like they used to. Yeah.
I found one of his. I was like, he really didn't know where things went.
That's crazy.
That's because you took care of them too good.
I know. I'm too good.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
Yeah. See, you're carrying that at work ethic home and doing everything there, and he's not able to do his part.
No, he does.
So I'm
He takes out the trash. I have like a couple. I'm like, you got to take out the trash.
he has his list to follow. That's good.
All right, so now we know where we're going to go to lunch next time you're in town.
Yes, Mission BBQ.
Just text me.
Uh,
I'll most likely be there.
right. Well, I want to go, especially be there.
I
at
want to go
noon.
before noon, yeah.
To make sure we're
That's
there.
so
for the,
fun.
Yeah, I just think that's such a cool concept,
Yep.
and how Americana. That's just
There you go.
That's it. So,
Yeah, we do a lot of, if there's veterans in the dining room, we stand up and introduce them. Like we have a World War II vet or Vietnam vet. We have pins for them.
I didn't
for
know
Veterans
that.
Day,
Yeah.
we are going to have someone come in, sing the national anthem. We do a whole big display, have the ROTC help.
Wow. That's
Wow.
neat.
People bring military vehicles.
So cool.
And the veterans appreciate that too.
Oh, yeah, they love it. And it's important that they feel like they're appreciated.
Right. True.
Wow.
Well, Madison, believe it or not, our 30 minutes is up. It goes quick.
Already?
Yes,
I
it goes
know.
quickly. Yeah. And I can't thank you enough for coming in.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Appreciate you being here and looking forward to work with you on many projects in the future. And so,
Yeah, absolutely.
good. Shannon, anything you want to say on the final word?
No, but I'm super excited to go to Mission BBQ for lunch.
Or have an event full service catered. It's
Oh, that's
Right,
right.
right.
I think I even want to do the black tie.
I know.
Who knew?
we do full decor and everything.
Yeah, and it's very upscale.
Wow.
They can make it as country if you want it,
Yeah.
or backyard, or as elite.
I've done a winter
Yeah.
wonderland wedding. I've done, again, like very elegant, white, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not just pulled pork in the backyard.
You see my
It's-
brain
It's very nice. Yeah.
spinning.
I'll show
Yeah.
you some pictures.
All right, sounds great.
All right, well, good deal. Well, thank you guys for being with us. That wraps up our episode of Luxe Life Discovered, and we will see you on the next episode soon. Thank you.